Okay, so what was your first question again, Jamie? You were asking, like, what's the probability of you making your money back in a pretty quick amount of time, right? You there? Okay, yeah. So, when I joined, yeah, it's a legitimate concern, and, so just to give you some background on me, let me close the door so that I can concentrate. Hey, Katie, how are you? So just to give you some background on me, so I just got married at the end of last year, and I have a lot of school loans and just some other things. My husband had medical bills and all of this stuff. And so when I heard about LuLaRoe, I immediately was intrigued, and like, it's one of those things, like, you either know that you want to do it or you don't. And I just absolutely, yeah, that's how I was. So I found out about it, and I immediately, like, I was driving my husband crazy because all that I would talk about was LuLaRoe. And like, he actually told me to stop talking to him about it because he didn't feel like we could do it at the time financially. But he just told me, well, we need to be praying about it. We need to see if the Lord is going to lead us to this or not. And so I stopped talking to him about it, and I really just started praying it through. And it's funny because as soon as I stopped bugging him about it, he, like, literally came to me one day, and he said that he felt like God had given him peace over it, and that we could do it. So the next step was me figuring out how I was going to pay for it, because we definitely did not have $5,000 to $6,000 just laying around. So I looked into loans at the bank, and I looked into credit cards, and I determined that the best thing for me would be to get a credit card, because I could try and find one that had like 0% interest, and that way it would give me longer to pay it back without having to pay any interest on it at all. There's a lot of creepers on here tonight. That's always fun. And I was actually kind of worried that we were not going to be approved for the credit card, but I just gave it to the Lord, and I said, if we're supposed to do this, then there's going to be a way. And lo and behold, I was approved for $6,000, and what is a LuLaRoe ting? I don't know what that means. Okay. So I was approved for $6,000, and everybody that has researched knows that it's between like $5,000 to $6,000, and so it was like the perfect amount that I needed. And like, not making the money back was not an option for me. Like, I told my husband that I was at least going to break even, and like, I just had complete peace about it, and I just knew that this is where I was supposed to be. And so I just worked my butt off, and like, I'm telling you, it's not for the faint-hearted, like, this is not a little fun side job. Like, if you really want to get the biggest investment out of this, you have to work your butt off. I have a full-time job, and I work like anywhere between 50 to 60 hours a week. I work all the way in RTP at a pharmaceutical company, and so like the stress level is pretty high. But I'm just one of those people that when you put your mind to something, you do it. And so I had enough time before to like prepare, and the consultant that I joined under, I'm really good friends with, and so she gave me like all the tips, and she told me exactly what I needed to do before I joined. So I was very well prepared, and I had all my ducks in a row before, so that once I got my shipments, I just kind of like I had my launch party scheduled and everything. And I had a couple of my good friends that I knew like love clothes and love fashion. I asked them to help me and support me, and I asked them if they would have a party for me, just to like get me up and running. And that was like only like a month ago, and I'm literally almost booked through June. Like, I have parties that are booked all the way through June. I just booked a party with Katie in July today. So, I mean, yes. So, I joined, I onboarded at the end of January, and I received, do you make more money online or on pop-ups? It just depends. So my first online sale I made about, my first online sale was over $2,500, which is definitely the largest amount that I've sold at one time. My launch party was a close second behind that, which was my very first party. I sold $2,300. Every pop-up has been different, ranging from $500 was the lowest party all the way up to $2,000. Exactly. So, like, I know that it's a ton of money, and I'm not gonna say that I promise you, but like, you book, and you will make your money back. My strategy, and I did a ton of research, and that's why you need to join under somebody that is in the business already, that has experience, that, you know, that you see has a solid foundation, so that they can then help you get up and running. My strategy from talking to other consultants, I have not taken a penny in profit today. Like, not a penny. And my launch party was on February 13th. So that's almost 2 months ago, not even 2 months ago. And I have still not taken a penny in profit. So what I've done is every single party that I've had, I have taken the profits from that party and I have invested them back into my business. So to grow my inventory, because the more in inventory that you have, the more options that your customers have, and the more likely they are to find something when they come to your pop-up and they're looking for a skirt and there's only 2 skirts in their size. Like, so let's just say that they're a size medium. They come to my pop-up and only have 2 different skirts in a medium. Like, the chances that they're gonna find something that they want is very slim. Whereas if you build your inventory up, you know, with like 10 different mediums, that customer is very much more likely to find something that they like. So that's what I did. I started building my inventory up to where I basically have 10 items in each size. I started out with 340 pieces in my inventory, and I'm now up to over 900. So I've basically almost tripled my inventory in less than 2 months. And the way that I've done that is literally every single time that I had a pop-up, I would take every bit of profit from that sale and I would put it back in and I would order even more. So if I sold 5 Irmas, when I ordered more, I would order 15 Irmas. And so I just grew my inventory very, very quickly, and I'm starting to see it pay off. So Jamie, last week at Amanda's pop-up at Mimi's, that was actually my first party that after that party, I'm no longer growing my inventory. So from then to now, I texted my husband today and I said, please go look at our business bank account. And I was just so excited because to actually see the money in there now, because like I said before, with sinking all of the money back into inventory, like I was pretty much scraping the bucket every week. But now that I'm not like ordering double or triple of anything to increase my inventory, and I'm only ordering back what I've sold, now I'm actually going to start seeing profit. So me and my husband estimated today that in the next 2 weeks, I'm probably going to be able to pay my credit card off. I basically need 1 or 2 more pop-ups to be able to literally write a $5,500, like, to pay off my entire credit card. I know, like, it is crazy. And, you know, it's easy to, yeah, I mean, like, anything is what you make of it. And with, like, I feel like if you didn't have to put so much money into it, then it wouldn't really, like, be as important to make sure that it worked out, you know? Like, I feel like that's the problem with, like, not that it's a problem, but like Mary Kay and all of those companies, you're only paying like $100 to get in. And so a lot of the times, like as a consultant, you get in and then you realize, you know, I don't really want to do this. I thought that I did, but I'm not that much invested. It was only $100. And so, you know, I'm going to get out of it. But when you have $5,000 to $6,000 invested in something, you're going to work your butt off to make that money back. Oversaturation, so I'm not in the least bit worried about oversaturation. We have like 6,000 consultants in the company, and that is nationwide. And I don't even know how many people are that live in the United States. But just to give you an idea, like Mary Kay or Unique, they have like a couple 100,000 consultants. And so like 200,000 consultants, 6,000 consultants. Like, which business do you want to get into right now? Like, I ran as fast as I could at the opportunity of being a consultant with LuLaRoe because I wanted to get in on the ground level. I know that this company is just going to continue exploding, and I wanted to be more towards the top. I didn't want to be somebody that joins in a year or 2 years, and, you know, miss out on that opportunity to have people join under you and actually build a team and all of that. Also, with the oversaturation question, all of the clothes are different, and we all sell completely different things. And so it's not like, I mean, even my upline that lives down the street, we have a ton of the same friends. We go to the same church, and like, we're both doing amazing because every pop-up, like, it's like a snowball. Like, it just gets bigger and bigger. Every single party that you go to, the people that you meet, there's going to be somebody there that wants to do a pop-up, and then you're going to go to that pop-up. And then there's going to be somebody there that wants to do a pop-up, and then you're going to go to that pop-up. And then before you know it, you're meeting a ton of people that don't know my upline, even though that's where, like, the group started, if that makes sense. You do have to get outside of your network, like, and you have to be kind of willing to go outside of your network to meet new people and to expand your market. So, like, I have had a pop-up in Nashville, North Carolina, and I have one in, what's that town? In Pinehurst. So I have a pop-up in Pinehurst in a week. And, I know consultants that live here in Raleigh that have gone to Charleston, South Carolina, and Virginia, and the beach, and, you know, just trying to gain a network and meet new people. So you have to be willing to do that. I don't think that it's an issue at all whatsoever. You just have to, like, you ask your friends to support you at the beginning, and then from there, it just snowballs. It's not an issue at all. Yeah. I mean, seriously, like, I was that person. Before I joined, I asked my husband, like, am I an absolute idiot because I want to join this? Hey, I'll answer that in 1 second. Sorry, I lose my train of thought so quickly. I was that skeptic. I asked my husband, like, do you think I'm an absolute idiot because I'm actually thinking about doing this? Do you think that I'm naive? I'm normally, like, a pretty rational person, just like you said, Jamie, and I was worried about the fact that I was actually thinking about doing this, and I didn't want to put my family in a financial mess. And, like, my upline told me, Meghan, just trust me. Like, you are not going to regret this at all. And I don't. Like, it has been life-changing. I can just see it literally being something that I'm going to be able to quit my job and work full-time in. And, like, that more than anything, that's what I want. I want to be able to help me and my husband become a little more financially free. Juggling the business and full-time job. I mean, again, like, you make of it what you want. You make up your own schedule. You can, like, for me, I did not want that debt hanging over me. I felt like it was like a dark cloud looming over me and my husband. So I just told myself, like, I'm going to pay this off as quickly as I can. And so that's why, like, I literally have had probably 2 pop-ups a week, and an open house. Like, any chance that I can get, I've booked pop-ups and had open houses for people to be able to shop. I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Jamie, what did you ask again? I just completely lost my train of thought. I'm trying to think too fast. Oh, yeah. So, like I said, my full-time job is very demanding. My full-time job is very demanding. I work a lot. I'm at work at 6:30 in the morning. I have not done a Periscope sale yet. My first one is going to be next week. I'm at work at 6:30 in the morning, and I leave work at, 5, 6 o'clock at night. I just, like, made a goal, and I've done it. Like, sometimes I'll take a restroom break at work, and I'll go and, take a break, and I'll post something really fast on my VIP page. It has helped having a supportive husband and having him, help me take shipments to the post office. I've had to run on my lunch break to the post office to ship things out. Like, you just make of it what you want, and you kind of just have to do what you have to do. Not even 2 months of pretty, it's been kind of chaotic, like, I'm not gonna lie, but 2 months of that to be able to get my business where I want it to go is nothing. Totally worth it. Did you buy more inventory before making back the initial money? Yeah, so I talked about this a little while ago. I have not profited yet. Yes, they will. So they do. But I have tried scheduling for them to pick up packages a couple of times, and they have not picked them up. So I don't really know that I trust that 100%. And, I tell my customers that I'm going to get stuff out to them by a certain day in the week. And I would just rather take it to the post office and not chance them not picking it up for whatever reason. Yeah. But like I was saying, I have not profited to this day in my business. I joined, my launch party was on February 13th, and I have just started, from February 13th to last week, every single pop-up that I had, I took every single bit of profit, everything I put back into the business, and I've tripled my inventory in a month and a half, from about 300 pieces to over 900. And I've done that by putting everything that I've made back into the business. I'm probably going to be able to pay off my initial investment, which was about like $5,500. In the next couple of weeks. I have 2 pop-ups this weekend and 2 next weekend. And I think that after all of those, I'm going to be able to write 1 check for the entire amount. So that's super exciting. There was somebody else that asked something that I said I was going to come back to. Wasn't it you? Did you have a question for me? Thank you. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, so I have not even been in business for 2 months. It is worth the risk. I mean, like, $5,000 is a lot of money. It is a whole lot of money. Like, I totally agree. But $5,000 in the grand scheme of things is really not a lot. And you think of all the money that we spend on, all the different things that we spend money on. And it's really not that much in the grand scheme of things. Like, if you are wanting to make this a business that you can invest in, and you can stay home with your kids, and you can help pay off your debt, to give you the option to be able to stay home, like whatever your reason may be, it's really not that much money to invest into it. Yes, that's a really good point. So, if you get into the business and you decide that this isn't for you, that it's too much work, you can sell back your inventory to LuLaRoe, and I think that they will buy it back for, 80% of what you paid for it. I think 80%. And then also, you can just sell it to other consultants at wholesale price, and consultants are never going to pass up inventory. I'm on a couple of different group pages, like group LuLaRoe swap pages, and consultants are forever posting stuff up there to buy. It's kind of fun because you actually get to hand pick what you want, and a lot of the cute patterns consultants will grab like really fast. So like it made me feel better knowing that I could sell everything back if for some reason it didn't go well, even though that was not an option for me. And guys, if y'all wouldn't mind sharing my Periscope just so that, to help me gain more followers. Okay, good. I'm glad. So you're really thinking about doing it, Jamie? Thank you, Emily. You're so sweet. Emily, is your birthday on September 23rd? I'm gathering that by your... Mine is too. That's cool. You're my birthday twin. Yeah. So does anybody else have any questions? I would be happy to answer them for you. Jamie, I mean, I highly recommend, like, if you are serious about it, the waiting list is pretty lengthy right now. So if you are serious about it, then, like, if you put your paperwork in now, you're probably going to be able to onboard in, like, June or July. So just be thinking about that. Yeah. Just be thinking about that. The longer that you wait, the longer it's going to take for you to be able to join. Katie's going to be my assistant, Jamie. I need an assistant really bad, by the way. So if any of y'all know anybody in this area... If any of y'all know anybody in this area that, you know, like a stay-at-home mom or somebody that has a lot of free time on their hands and that loves the clothes and wants free clothes, please send them my direction. It's because we just all know how wonderful LuLaRoe is. So we're all telling Jamie what to do. Yes, Katie. I mean, you really have to. Like, that's what I did when I joined. I researched and I listened to a ton of YouTube videos. I watched Betsy Thompson a lot, and I got as much information as I could to help me make my decision. When I joined, I knocked everything out because I was so prepared. Yeah, Scott thinks I'm crazy too. Scott thinks I'm crazy, but I promise you, as soon as your hubs sees those paychecks coming in, he is not going to think you're crazy anymore. He is going to love you forever. Like I remember, at my launch party, Scott was checking people out for me. And so he was at my computer, like, taking money and stuff. And, like, halfway through, he looked at me and he said, "Come here." And I came over to the computer and he showed me what our sales were. And he was so excited. And I knew at that point that I had hooked him in. You'll be fine. I promise you, you will be fine. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes. Hook the hubbies. That's what we should call this. Hook the hubbies. So do y'all have any other questions for me? Like anything at all? And Jamie, I can help you, like, if you do need, I'm assuming that you're going to join under Meghan, but if you do have any questions or, you know, about my racks or postage or shipping or anything, like, I can help you at all. With anything at all. Yeah. Gina, so what about the packages, like how to ship or... Sorry, I'm messing with this. Oh, the packages when you order. Yeah, so this was interesting. I literally got into LuLaRoe at the perfect time because my upline had joined. She had only been in LuLaRoe for like a month when I joined. And so the day that I was told that I was going to get my onboarding call, they emailed my upline, and they emailed me, and they basically said, we're changing how you're going to order. We're now offering different packages to make it easier. Whereas in the past, they made you order one of each. So one shirt style, one skirt style, one dress style, leggings, and then you either got to pick one of the kimonos, so the Monroe or the Lindsay. So just to make sure that you had like one style of each in your shop. But now, so there's 3 different packages, I think. And I don't know off the top of my head. I can't remember what's in each package. But I know that I picked the second package. It's either package 2 or package B. I can't remember what they're called. But it was like the middle tier, so it wasn't the cheapest package, but it wasn't the most expensive. The cheapest package, you get 30 free items. The second cheapest package, you get 40 free items. And the most expensive package, you get 50 free items. So I just decided that for my money, like I would get the most out of my money if I got the second package. And I got 40 free items out of that, which is 100% profit because you're not spending money on them at all. I got the Nicole, the Cassie skirt, the kids line, so the kids smile dresses came with my package. The Irma, which you have to get the Irma. I'm telling y'all that the Irma is the most popular item. Other than the leggings, the Irma will sell the best always. And then what else did I get in my package? I got the free item that I chose the perfect tee. Yeah. I chose the perfect tee. So I got 40 free perfect tees, and that was just really awesome to be able to get those and just sell them for a regular price, and I didn't even spend any money on them. So the reason that they started doing the packages is because, what's the hardest selling style? You know, that's a very hard question to answer because I have noticed that each of my parties are very different. And so, for instance, like I'll have one party and I will sell Irma's, leggings, and the Cassie skirt a ton. Like the Cassie skirt, everybody will be wanting it. And then the next party that I go to, I'll sell a ton of Nicole dresses, but no Cassies. So it's like every party has its own, like, every party's different, and I guess it's because at each party, when you see somebody buying something and you like it, you're more apt to go try that on as well. So maybe because other people are buying it, they're buying it as well. I think every style is popular. Obviously the Sarah cardigans and the kimonos, like the kimonos at some parties are not popular. And then when I've been wearing a Lindsay kimono at a party, it seems to be like more people buy it because I show them how I style it and how I wear it. So it really just depends. Like everything sells good. You're not going to have an issue selling anything. I've noticed that the smile dresses sell very well. Yeah, so all of the inventory, like when you join LuLaRoe, I started my own business, so I technically have my own business through LuLaRoe. And so you have your license to be able to order things wholesale. So just like any other independent distributor or consultant or whatever you want to call me, you order the items at wholesale and then you sell them out at retail price, and the difference from retail to wholesale is what your profit is. Somebody else had a question. I didn't read it though. I don't know what it was. if you can ask it again, I'd be happy to answer. They started doing the packages because from the time that I onboarded, so in January, I heard somewhere, and do not quote me on this because I don't know for 100% that it's true, but in January 2016, the company sold more in January 2016 than they did the entire year of 2015. So the company literally, like, it's like it finally, everybody found out about it and it just blew up. Okay, that's a very good question. I'll answer that in 1 second. I have like such a bad train of thought. I forget everything that I'm saying. Yes, grow deep. I don't remember what I was saying. Periscope is harder than people think because you are talking on the fly. I know, I remember saying that, but I don't remember what the question was about. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not the best Periscoper. Does anybody remember the question? Why did they start packages? So they started packages because and like I said, in January 2016, the company just like exploded, and the packages they were basically making the packages ahead of time so that when consultants onboarded and joined, they could just send the packages out really fast instead of having to make the packages instead of having the packages dependent on, okay, well, I'm going to have the Nicole and the Irma and the Monroe, instead of the consultants picking each piece that they wanted, the packages just made it easier for the people in the warehouse to be able to make the packages ahead of time and quicker so that they could just, choose package 2 off of the shelf and ship it. It was just a faster, more efficient way. I hope that makes sense. And then, so, I do not have anybody under me. I am trying really hard. I've tried not to get kind of, down on myself because I've not gotten anybody. I know that it's going to happen with time. And really it's just, a lot of it is luck. My upline other than me, she has 4 other people joining under her now, in the last 2 months since I've joined. And it's just been because the right people have been at her parties at the right time, and they start asking questions, and then before you know it, they want to join. I've had a lot of people interested in joining, interested in it, and then they find out how much money it is, and they decide that they're not interested in it anymore. Yeah, it does, but it's one of those things it is a lot of time, but it's one of those things that I really love managing people. I work in human resources, and so a huge part of my job and my full-time job is training, and I absolutely love developing people and seeing other people grow and get to where I've gotten, and just helping them see the person that they can be. I love that, and I find a lot of fulfillment in that. So I hope that I will start to join. I'll be able to start building a team sooner than later. There's 2 different business models in LuLaRoe. You can either make all of your money by doing pop-ups, or you can focus on building a team, or you can do both. Neither way is right or wrong. For me, I definitely want to do both. I want to have a team and still do pop-ups. But having a team, you make a certain percent of sales off of them. And so it's kind of like you're not necessarily doing a lot, but you're still reaping the rewards. I mean, you are training the person and you invest a lot of time into them. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you really have to lean on your upline. That's the entire reason that you have an upline. And the reason that your upline makes money off of your sales is because that's kind of the way, that's kind of like their payment towards the work that they do to help you and to give you all the tips. And, you know, for me, like, my upline is not far up the street. And so, like, if I'm out of leggings, then I can text her and she'll put some out on her porch for me and she'll invoice me, I'll pay her, and then I'll go pick them up for my pop-up the next day. Or, you know, she's just been super helpful. It's very important to have a good relationship with your upline. Yeah, I mean, like, there's different reasons why you would join under somebody. I have seen people join because they've joined under a consultant that is like halfway across the country, but they're a really well-known consultant, and so they want to join under them for obvious reasons. But you also have to think, like, those consultants already have like 10, 20, 30 direct reports. And like, it's how much time do you want them to be able to invest in you? Because if you do have 30 direct reports, like, how much time can they invest in you? You know, they're not going to be able to give their 30 direct reports leggings when they're out of leggings. Whereas if you have 5, then you have a much better chance. How much do you get from your own downline sales? So, like, if I were to have somebody join under me, then I would make 5% off of anything that they ordered through LuLaRoe. So, and I think that this is changing soon. It wouldn't be the actual sales that they have, like the money that they're actually making. It would be when they place an order with LuLaRoe to get more inventory, I make a percentage off of that number. So that starts with your initial inventory. When you order your initial inventory, and it's $5,000 to $6,000, your upline gets 5% bonus check off of that. And then let's just say that my downline's downline. So if I have somebody join under me, and then they have somebody join under them, I would then get 3% off of that person. So you can see where if you start to build a team, it's going, you know, it could like start to add up pretty quickly. I know some consultants that they have been in this business for so long, they don't even really do pop-ups anymore. They solely focus on building their team, making sure that their team's successful. And that's how they make a living. Which is awesome. I aspire to that in the next 5 years. Yeah. Yeah, that's how a lot of them are. Thank you, Jamie. You are so sweet. That makes me feel good. Do y'all have any other questions? Was there anything that I forgot? Because I'm sure that I did. Yeah, that is insane. I know a couple like that as well. Thank you. This has been like the first time that I've actually had kind of a Q&A, and it's so much fun. Thanks, Katie. Thank you, Gina. Well, so y'all find me on Facebook if you have any more questions. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to go, but because I have a online Facebook sale tomorrow morning. Okay. I have an online Facebook sale tomorrow morning starting at 7 a.m. It's going to have perfect tees, Randy's, and Azure skirts. And so I've got to get started on taking pictures to get those posted in the morning. So I'm going to go, but thank y'all so much. This was so much fun. And don't hesitate to reach out to me if you do have any other questions. My email is LuLaRoe Meghan Carter @gmail.com. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.